A little while ago, Kazrock released a replica of the Sta-Level from Gates. And I really want to test this because I kind of like the Sta-Level. So let's get started. First of all, is it Sta-Level or Sta-Level? I don't know. I've always called it Sta-Level. Anyway, this is the Sta-Level, and it's both loved and hated. It really has a certain character and a certain sound. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Iconic tube compression. Retro Sta-Level gives you the only official plugin version of the Retro Sta-Level hardware, officially endorsed by Fillmore of Retro Instruments. So Retro Instruments makes hardware replications of vintage hardware, and the Sta-Level from Retro is actually the Gates Sta-Level. Are you all still following along? But they make awesome replications, and it so happened to be that I have one of those replications over here in my studio. It's actually not mine, but I could use it for today. So we got a modern mode in there and a vintage mode. We're gonna use the modern mode today because I want to compare it with the real one. Got some workflow enhancements. Okay. And what else? Yeah, it costs 44 euros. That's a good price. That's a good rate. And knowing Kazrock, I mean, I don't know what they do, but the past Kazrock plugins were plugins that I actually really liked. It doesn't happen that often that I like something. All right, so this is the plugin, and it's basically really just like the analog one, apart from the modern vintage switch and some controls here. I don't really know where to set the entropy actually. I don't know. We also have some settings here. Let's go for best on both. Will be a longer delay, but I need the best for this comparison. Yeah, it has auto gain, or actually like gain compensation. So whenever you turn this knob turns as well. And this is like, I can finally demo what's going on analog. Like, look at this. So on analog, we don't have that auto gain feature. And on here, I have to adjust both the input and the output gain, like I would have to do on a plugin without any automatic gaining features. And this is really annoying to do because I have to touch both knobs. But here's something interesting about the human body. Most bodies come with two hands, so I can adjust them both at the same time. While in a plugin, I can't. That's why a feature like this input-output linking is so nice to have. Now, let's not talk about this too much anymore. Let's run some audio through this plugin. I'm using a vocal from Vocals by Evelyn. And she's actually one of my viewers who sent me her vocal to use in my videos. And she runs a little shop where you can buy some stock vocals, some what is it called? Royalty-free vocals, or have her write your own unique vocal. You can do that over here. I'm gonna put a link to her in the description down below. I have one of her vocals in here with a little instrumental. This is not a finished instrumental, and it's a raw vocal, raw out of the microphones. So I have EQ'd it a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, let's run this through it. Let's first go solo. Let's, I don't know, set it here, whatever.
I can feel your presence in the distance. A predator who never slips away. I see you spin around me in my visions. I can feel your presence in the distance.
Right, so we have no compression now.
A predator who never slips away.
But let's drive this thing, because that's where the magic happens.
I see you spin around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey.
All right.
With your arms
make the recovering time a bit faster.
And your breath on my skin till you poison me
it does that. It has a little growl in there. A little, you can hear it on that poison word.
Till you poison me slow. Till you poison.
If I disable it.
Till you poison me slow.
It's not there. That.
Till you poison me slow.
That's the retro thing.
And I'm lost.
Or the Sta-Level thing.
Begin.
Let's go for triple.
I can feel your presence in the distance.
Okay.
A predator who never slips away.
This actually already goes pretty well.
Spin around me in my vision.
Let's go for single.
Bet that you will catch me like a prey. With your arms wrapped around me and your breath.
Let's overdo it, as I always do it.
till you poison.
And let's see if we can replicate this on the analog gear. All right, let's configure that
A
thing.
predator who never slips away. I
Fast,
see you spin
single.
around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey, with your arms wrapped around me and your breath on my skin, till you poison me slowly and I'm lost as you begin.
Whoo, sounds good as well.
feel your-
All right, let's do a quick A/B test.
I can feel your presence in the distance, a predator who never slips away. I see you spin around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey, with your arms wrapped around me and your breath on my skin, till you poison me slowly and I'm lost as you begin.
I actually like how the plugin has that little growl, but it's a bit more sweet, while the hardware unit is a bit more tough. I might be overcompressing it a little bit, but it's very difficult to match this. Like if I do less compression, it really sounds way less compressed. So it's difficult. There's, however, one more thing that I want to compare here, because this is a vacuum tube. This is also a vacuum tube, by the way. Watchyshop.com. And this is actually the 6386 tube, I think. Yeah, it says it on here. And this is actually an optional tube to add to the retro Sta-Level. By default, they don't come with this tube installed. You have to separately buy this tube. And these are actually, you know, rare and expensive, I think. At least they were when Retro first announced this compressor. So I want to run an extra round with this tube installed, because it sounds different with this tube. All right, here's a second comparison now with that extra tube installed. And honestly, that extra tube is really good.
I can feel your presence in the distance, a predator who never slips away. I see you spin around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey, with your arms wrapped around me and your breath on my skin, till you poison me slowly and I'm lost as you begin.
That's really close. That's really, really close. They did an awesome job, and I think they simulated the one with the extra optional tube in there. One of the interesting things, by the way, is meter ballistics. Like, they didn't simulate the meter ballistics that well, but I mean, I want them to put the most effort in the sound, not necessarily in the user interface. Like, this is already ridiculous, no screws in there and everything. I really like the Sta-Level.
I can feel your presence in the distance.
Let's.
Predator who never slips away. I see you spin around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey.
Go down.
With your arms wrapped around me.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Breath on my skin, till you poison
Even
me
cooler as soon as you start to combine this with another compressor. And what I always did, I don't know if it's working with plugins, but I always put a very fast compressor in front of the Sta-Level. So the Sta-Level is very slow, and logically you would first put a slow compressor, then a fast compressor, but whenever I swapped it around, I used an 1176. That combination was so good. In analog, of course.
I can feel your presence in the distance, a predator who never slips away. I see you spin around me in my visions. I bet that you will catch me like a prey, with your arms wrapped.
And of course we are going to need to edit some stuff in the vocals now, the breathing, the breathing.
Till you poison me slowly.
And yes.
And I'm lost as you begin.
So cool.
I can feel your presence in the distance, a predator who never slips
And again, it's a sound. It's
away.
really a sound that something like this is producing. Really cool. I think Kazrock did it again. They simulated a plugin that actually simulates the hardware which is a simulation or not a simulation. It's a replica. So replica in the hardware terms is basically you're using the same schematics, hopefully also most of the same component types. For instance, you can have capacitors made out of different materials. You got to use the same material. Same goes for transformers, where you got to use the same type of iron, same type of copper, whatever. The analog one's already great, but with this plugin, I don't think you're gonna need the analog anymore. This is not good for retro. Like, this is done officially by retro. It's not good for them. Really nice product. I'm gonna link to it in the description down below. And yeah, this is not sponsored by Casrock, although I did have a license for this. When I logged in, I saw that I had a license. They of course know my email address, my account, and they, I think, just added it to it. But yeah, none of this was sponsored. Casrock didn't pay me. Retro didn't pay me. Nobody in particular paid me for this video. And if you appreciate that, make sure to check out my affiliate links. I'm gonna link them over here and in the description down below. And just whenever you want to buy something in one of those shops, make sure to click the links. And if you purchase it after clicking the link, a little bit of your purchase gets kicked back to me. And it really helps a lot. Another way to support the channel is by becoming a channel member. Starts at 99 cents per month, but there's also an early access tier and an exclusive content tier, which I'm going to link over here. Last way to support me and the whole YouTube platform is by watching more videos. Link in the next video over here. Thanks a lot for watching, keep pushing, and bye bye.